You have two choices. You can onside kick, which is probably what you should have done, because, one timeout. Or kick it, make sure you kick it through the end zone or kick it out of bounds. Because you know what's going to happen, which is the Vikings are going to run the ball out of the end zone to take it down to the 2-minute warning. Because what the Bears you're hoping for is the kick. They don't run it out. You have one run play to the 2-minute warning. Then you use your one timeout. Then you're getting the ball back with about a minute left to go. But what do the Vikings do? And you see Kevin O'Connell making sure, run it out. They kick it about 7 yards deep in the end zone. The Vikings run the ball out. That takes 7 seconds off the clock. So now the change possession stops, minute 55 left to go. So now it's a minute 55 and one timeout left instead of 2:02 with the 2-minute warning and a timeout left. What's going on in Chicago, man? As bad as this is, again, now I wonder if being a head coach is too much for Ben Johnson. Because there's certain things when I look at coaches and I go, man, when you do that, I wonder if you're up for being a head coach. And now I wonder, how do you think, just kick it deep? You think the Vikings, Kevin O'Connell doesn't know what to do? Run the ball out. We got to get down to the 2-minute warning. This is what I talk about, attention to detail. We mentioned this a few minutes ago with the Ravens and the end of games and how they don't know how to handle the ends of these games, and being clutch is a gene and being well coached is a way to do it. Why I watch Andy Reid and Bill Belichick win the end of weird games all the time. They would have ran the ball out. O'Connell's, make sure, come on out, run it out. They run it out, take time off the clock. So instead of getting the ball back with a little bit over a minute left to go, probably, if I'm doing my math right, now they're going to get the ball back, maybe if they don't get a first down here, with less than about 30 seconds left to go in the game.
A lot to be desired here. Richard Hightower, your Bears special teams coordinator. It's making me long for the days where I was yelling, "Where's Alan Williams?" Yeah, that's right. Go look that up. Because this was absolutely unconscionable, right? We talk about just you're trending within the game. The last 3 drives for the Vikings, they had averaged 10 yards per play. All 3 of those drives ending in touchdowns. Here, they're able to bleed that extra 5 seconds off the clock. Right, it gets passed through the 2-minute warning. You don't have enough leg to get it through? Or you think you're going to make the big play? This is not the 85 Bears. This is not that Lovie Smith Bears team where every bounce went their way. At least you don't know that yet, to where the football gods are on your side. I know you celebrated the 85 Bears championship in the pregame, right? 40 years. Man, it goes fast. But all of that to say,
but dude, come on, how many
killed yourself repeatedly.
How many more celebrations do we have to have?
Hey, there's still books to be had, man.
How many more?
There's stories you've never heard.
Oh, come on, I've heard all the stories. Come on, man.
There's one more. But this is just absurd on a whole other level. And I joke with the Seth Rollins, right? He's doing commentary with NFL, whatever, Bears fan, WWE champion. His theme song is Burn It Down. That's exactly what they're going to be calling for in Chicago after all of the offseason noise that looked like it was quieted with that opening game script and a touchdown, something they didn't do at all, and you'll hear that a million times. Let me be the millionth and first, that they didn't score a touchdown on an opening possession all last year. So there it was. The Ben Johnson era began with a boom, and now it's a dumpster fire floating around the river.
So I did my math a little bit wrong.
The math
a little bit wrong. The Bears are going to get the ball back, but there's going to be about, depending on this punt, there'll be about 10 seconds left.
Well, his hang time today has been about 5.1 seconds.
There'll be about 10 seconds left, maybe. They'll have time for one final play or maybe 2 plays, depending if they get one out of bounds. I mean, that's just such an epic fail. First of all, I don't understand the lack of an onside kick. And second, I don't understand how you make sure they're not going to return this thing. I mean it, man. I mean, this is why the Ravens lose games like they did, and why the Bills win. Or, well, the Bills are the beneficiary. It's why the Ravens lose teams like this, and it's why the Bears are the Bears. I mean, they turned back into the Bears, man. They just went, hey, we're going to masquerade as this other better team the first 2.5 quarters of this game. Then we're going to completely stop playing because we feel like the game's over at 17-6. Oh, no, wait, now we're going to lose. And this really, I mean, it's not to say the Bears would have won. Right, because 27-24.
Hey, man, there's 9 seconds on the clock. What are you doing?
You have to get down the field, and you have to find a way. You got to kick the field goal. Right, you need some time.
Yep.
But you just took your team from, hey, maybe we have a chance with 30 some odd seconds, 40 seconds, to we have no chance. by making that decision that you did. Which
Moore just got hit by the snap as he ran in motion.
Yeah, this is just. I mean, really, this is. If I'm Ben Johnson, don't even go to the post-game press conference. Don't even go.
Oh no,
just
he's usually salty.
I'll take the fine. This is what time the fine is worth it. Don't go to the post-game press conference.
Wow, that was embarrassing.
I mean, really, don't go there.
That was something special right there. You want to go, Benny Hill kind of thing and add a little yakety sax to it there in your post-game highlight reel. That's where you have Bears 12 penalties, 127 yards.
I mean, it's such a bad reversal of fortune, but I still can't get over the decision on the kickoff, because that's anything that's pre-snap in the NFL, like you've heard about that now, right? The big trend the last few years is, hey, teams commit penalties, but cut down on the pre-snap penalties, right? These are the ones that kill ourselves. And it's the pre-snap decisions that have just absolutely killed the Bears. And that's a pre-snap decision that murdered them, right? They just had some kind of crazy flea flicker play. It gets stopped near midfield. The Vikings win at 27-24. I mean it. Ben Johnson, don't go to the post-game press conference, because that decision is something that, hey, okay, we biffed that. And you can't make mistakes like that. I mean, it's hard enough to win in the NFL. It's certainly harder when your coaching staff just decides, hey, we're going to make you play with not just one arm tied behind your back. We're going to chop off the other arm. So you got one arm tied behind your back, and the other arm's chopped off. Good luck. Good luck trying to win that way.
This is we've got many of them from week one, but let's just take three off the top. Go back to the Dallas loss to the Eagles and the CeeDee Lamb drops, the Miles Sanders fumble, which really didn't get nearly the noise that it should have in the process, but that's fine. CD gets paid more money, so it's on him. Your Jets game yesterday, where you've got a lot from your offense, but your defense doesn't show, so you end up giving up the game to Aaron Rodgers. And you have an opportunity here where J.J. McCarthy was horrible. The offense was non-existent for the Vikings for 2.5 quarters, and then they turned the Jets on. See what I did there? Then all of a sudden, they're revving up and they're unstoppable. 10 yards per play in those 3 touchdown drives, and all of those things that you did well early, checking down and taking the safe throw, which I called out in hour one of I'd like to see a shot down the field a little bit more frequently. Well, and then he did in the second half with mixed results. A couple of big plays. He did have a big completion to Cole Kmet on a similar route. Kmet had to dive and make a great catch to do it, but then he missed a throw to Moore in the left corner of the end zone on that same drive. Ends up in a touchdown. That's fine, and put yourself in position. But then you've got all these coaching decisions that are made in the final minutes of the game that he's going to have to try to defend. And you were aggressive early, right? Didn't take points early on and failed on a 4th down. You have the Santos missed 50-yard field goal. You're leaving points all over the board, plus 127 penalties.
Man, I'll tell you what, I don't feel as bad being a Jet fan after watching this. I feel worse for you, buddy. I mean, at least my offense played great. My defense outside of Sauce Gardner, they were active. They swarmed the football. They couldn't finish, and it was awful, and Aaron Rodgers won, and I'm embarrassed. But, boy, I feel worse for you, man. Like, you definitely had the worst loss of wow. This is like Ravens-Bills loss, because the Ravens, you could say they blew the game, but at least, hey, it came down to the very end where the last few minutes they didn't execute. This was, you kind of stopped playing when it was 17-6. And you thought we just have to run the clock out now because the Vikings can't do anything. You give up the lead, and then suddenly everything is going against you, and then your coaching staff makes a decision that doesn't make any sense on any level of football. And you got, not only that, now you got to say you were outfoxed by the other coach, but I had a feeling, hey, Vikings, run it out anyway. Take that time. It doesn't matter about the 15-yard line. Makes no difference, right? They know the math a little bit better than I do. I thought, okay, this means the difference from like near a minute to maybe 30 seconds turned out to be 10 seconds, right? I mean, I don't understand that, and that's the worst part, is that it was an unforced mistake. And again, it makes me wonder, does the coaching staff have what it takes? Does Ben Johnson have what it takes to be a head coach in the NFL? Because that's a decision where I go, man, I get you're learning, but whoa, that stuff you should know, man. Like, it's not like it's your first day coaching and I think you're a great coach. You've been coaching for a while. You know what to do when the clock gets down. You know what kind of offense you are running in 2 minutes and how much time can come off. I mean, really, you got to find a way to either go for the onside kick and, okay, if you're going to kick it off deep, what does it matter? go or at least say, I know I'm kicking the ball out of bounds, just so I'm going to take the penalty. Doesn't matter. You're starting at the 40 anyway, but at least then I know I can get the football back with some time left that my team can get down the field.